and welcome back to Today in the Napa Valley, the Napa Chamber edition. I'm your host, Chris Templeton, and I have with us to start from the Napa Chamber, Jessica Provenza. I'm just to the point where I'm reading it. Manager of Engagement and Programs.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning. What do we have here?
We have some of our panelists for INV, Emerging Entrepreneur
INV?
Panel, Innovation Napa Valley, right around the corner, next Tuesday. Yes. October 22nd from 7:30 to noon.
From 7:30 to noon.
Yes.
Right. And the actually 7:30 is registration and 8 o'clock is when we get going.
The show starts.
And what a great idea. A morning program, get out, you can go to a VIP lunch, can't you?
VIP lunch is on Dawes following the program. And we're actually limiting it to 50 people. So if you haven't gotten a ticket, we're almost sold out for that. And we also will be having wines from Naked Wines there, who is also on the panel with us, Adam Ryder, and
Yes.
lots of good food.
And that we're going to post a video, I think, today of the Adam Ryder interview, and it was really cool.
He's really great.
So we have with us now panelists Jordan Kivelstadt from Free Flow Wines, Ashley Teplin from Teplin Nuss PR, and we have Kristy Sammis, Clever Girls, Social Media. What are you guys going to be talking about?
Well, we're going to be talking about cool and innovative things happening in the Valley, bringing some of the young people who are doing, cool things in Napa Valley.
No, you don't understand, Jordan. There's hardly anything other than wine that's cool in the Valley.
That is not true.
Not
I'm sitting
true.
next to
Not
people who do something cool in Napa. I don't, but they do.
Mr. Modesty over here.
Well done. So give me a little more.
Yeah, so Free Flow Wines is pioneering the wine on tap movement nationally. So we started 4 years ago bringing premium wines in keg to restaurants, hotels, and catering companies all over the country. And today we work with over 1,700 restaurants around the country and have over 300 wines in keg.
No kidding.
Yeah, and not only that, we take over 2 million bottles a year out of landfills thanks to what we're doing.
Really?
Yeah. Really cool, huge green statement. We actually have the United States' first automated kegging line. It just got installed last week down right here in Napa Valley.
Wow. And so where do you even start with that? And I mean, you've got to have some pretty big pushback on that from wineries initially, I would think.
When was the last time you ordered wine by the glass at a restaurant?
Last time I was at a restaurant.
Last night.
Last night. Did you see the bottle?
No.
Right. Nobody sees the bottle anymore. But are you always scared when you order a glass of wine? You go, oh, when was it opened? How long has it been open for? Has it been on the back bar at 82 degrees? You think about the wine by the glass experience, it's not great for a lot of people.
Right.
So when you do it in kegs, perfect preservation, it never spoils, perfect temperature delivery every time. It actually ensures consumers get a better glass of wine every time.
And does it have a foamy head?
It does not have a foamy head. If it does, we did something really wrong.
Really wrong. There is a lot going on innovation-wise in the Valley.
There is.
And it's great to be a part of it, isn't it? And it's going to be really cool to be sharing it with our Napa business friends.
There's a really cool opportunity here. I think when you look at some of the things that are going on, and Napa Valley is all about our wine. I mean, there's so much wine here, but even within that category alone, there's so many people doing cool things with alternative packaging, with social media, with new approaches to bringing wine to people, Naked Wines. There's so many cool things happening with the way we're bringing wine to consumers. I think it's just cool we get a chance to show everybody that.
I think about being a kid because I'm a little bit older than all of you probably combined. And wine in the 70s, I think Almaden was out there and Sutter Home was maybe just coming out with a white Zin. And to see where it's gone and what's happening, and to all the things like even delivery in a keg, which makes perfect sense if you think about it, right? Man, it's changed dramatically.
In a good way. I think consumers are getting better wines, more better. Wow, that's good English, isn't it? More better price points. But there's absolutely an opportunity out here for people to experience wine in a whole new way and to interact with wine in a whole new way. And that to me is as exciting as anything else. How do we interact with our wine experience as consumers? And that's really what's changing.
Yeah, it's a great point. Ashley Teplin,
Yes.
Teplin Nuss,
Yes.
PR.
That's me.
talk about what you do.
Talk about what I do.
And what you're going to talk about at INV, Innovation Napa Valley, by the way, Jessica, just in case you had forgotten.
Talk about what I do. That's a tricky one. I mean, I think I have an opportunity, and I've been in the Valley for about almost 8 years now, and I've seen these businesses in the Valley just change immensely from the beginning till now. And what I do is work with amazing brands like these individuals I'm sitting next to, and I'm able to kind of help them define who they are in terms of where they see themselves being fit in a national, platform, online, but sticking with more of a traditional form in terms of PR. So getting what they do, what makes them awesome, and just putting it out to the world.
It's telling a story, isn't it?
It's all about telling a story, and it's all about kind of helping them build that circle of influence and help them tell that story in a way that a lot of times I find with especially entrepreneurs, it's all in their head and they have all these great ideas and it's going 100 miles per hour and they're doing this and doing this. And so it's about taking that, extrapolating that, and then giving it out to those who would be, oh my gosh, wine on tap. Oh my gosh, Clever Girls, like these are amazing, amazing individuals and products and opportunities for other people to kind of jump on board and see what they're doing and experience it. So
what is it that you love about what you do?
I get a really, I don't know what I love. That's a very good question. There's a lot of
really, really good at it.
Aww.
It's just one of those things. It's like a natural, innate skill, and when people have it, you got to harness it.
Well, and I think I like people. I think that's the biggest thing. What I do on a regular basis is deal with individuals and stories. I love to tell stories. I love visually telling stories. My background's in art and food. And so I come from it a little bit of a different angle, a little bit more creative. And I love to just help people tell them their stories. And I love the introduction too. I always joke that this person can meet this. I'm like the matchmaker in like a really cool way, I think. I don't know. Not a weird way.
That's a great way to describe it.
Yeah. Ashley's behind the scenes a lot, and I think has contributed a lot to Napa's growth without necessarily a lot of people knowing it or seeing it, but they've experienced it.
It's fun being in the background at some level, isn't it?
I really like it, and it's funny being on these panels because I'm like, well, I don't really need to talk. I'll just, because I feel like I have a lot to say and a lot of ideas and stuff, but it's more about, the people I get an opportunity to work with and help them kind of build their brand. And so I think that's where, Teplin, Nuss, and where I'm able to kind of work. I have a great business partner, and we're able to kind of help brands help themselves and then match them to other people. It sounds kind of silly. So
no, it doesn't. It sounds like what a lot of businesses need.
Yeah.
Are you a clever girl, Kristy Sammis?
I am. I like to think that I am anyway.
She is very clever.
So we're a social media business, and I know social media has all kinds of connotations. We're not specifically a wine-oriented organization, but we're a nationwide company. Our brands, the brands that we work with are usually big-name brands that you've heard of. But what we do offer, we have a network of women, of about 6,000 women who are influential online, either because they blog or because they're on Twitter or because they're on Pinterest or Instagram or who knows. And they have followings. And so we work with our brands to connect with those women who then connect with their readers to make a big impact.
So basically what you're saying is that you pay women who are influential to do your bidding?
Kind of. Sort of not, but sort of.
Well, but it can't happen.
Can I get a more direct answer on that one?
The answer to that is actually yes, we are. But we treat those women as extensions of marketing programs. So you have these giant organizations who allot a certain amount of their budget to social media, and then that comes to us, and we actually farm it out to them because they're more influential than we are. We do it in the aggregate. So instead of one blogger talking about your business or trying things out, we have 300 at one time.
I guess my point is this, that these women that are out there are doing what you want them to do because why? They love it, right?
They do. And they love, they love our brands, and they certainly love wine.
Yeah, I was going to say, women love women by the wine.
Women by the wine. And I actually wanted to go back to what Jordan was saying earlier, which is just kind of where I think all of this converges for me, and why I'm really excited to be part of this this panel on Tuesday, is that it's a new way to reach consumers that forever winemakers know. We know that those consumers are out there. We know that there's women in the middle of the country who may never get to Napa, but who love wine and would love more opportunities to experience it. And so we make that possible.
Social media, man, oh man, it's been a big game changer, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And you know, the thing is with PR, it's about a level of influence. But my sense is, and you've got to have that piece in place. But with that in place, the real I can deliver people to you because of my passion for what I'm doing just by talking about it. That's really the heart of what social media is, isn't
Absolutely.
it?
Yeah. Absolutely.
It can't be. I guess my point earlier was it can't be inauthentic, can it?
Absolutely not. And I mean, anytime we work with an individual, even if we're working with 300 at a time, they're completely transparent. They're completely authentic about what they're doing. They say that I got sent this product, and here's what I really liked about it, and here's what I didn't like about it. And if it's not if they're not even-handed about it, nobody will believe it, and they know that. And so they're only as good as their word. So.
And that's really changed in PR too, hasn't it?
100%.
Don't you think that it's more fun though? I mean, you have businesses that are held to a higher standard by consumers because they can talk about it with each other, your product, and it gives you a way to say, hey, look, this is what's really important about what you're doing. And part of it sounded like earlier what you were saying was taking all the ideas that are booming around and bringing them into something that's distilled and authentic.
I was about to say authentic. That's the biggest thing right now. I mean, it's been a big thing for a while.
It's never not been a good thing, a big thing.
I think it's even more, it's not as transparent. It's more, and I think everyone talks about, and whatever, millennials or the younger generations coming in, I think even people, the younger generations, they can read BS very quickly. So I think social media is definitely a part of that, 100%. And so yeah.
When you look at what social media is doing, as she said, she can promote something to 6,000 people who may then influence 1,000, 10,000 people each. It's incredible the reach that social media creates when it's done correctly. And to that era of authenticity, the key is that people can instantly know if something is real or not. And as soon as they get the smell and sense that it's not, that spreads like wildfire.
And almost faster at some level, doesn't it?
Yeah,
absolutely.
For sure.
One more comment. I'll let you.
No, so I was going to say, I think that's a real opportunity as people innovate and do things, is how you spread your word. How do you let people know about what you're doing? And social media gives us a really amazing outlet for that. But you have to do it right, and you have to think about it before you do it, because it can also backfire.
No BS.
No BS.
Transparent and authentic.
Yeah, that's right.
And on tap.
And innovative.
And on tap. I like that. Hey, I want to thank each of you for being here. Jordan Kivelstadt from Free Flow Wines, Ashley Teplin from Teplin Nuss PR, and Kristy Sammis from Clever Girls. Did I get it right?
You did.
Awesome. Anybody that wants to find out about this amazing meeting that's coming up, Innovation Napa Valley, it's on Tuesday. Arrive at 7:30. You can buy tickets online, and I think that is it.
At innovationnapavalley.com.
Innovationnapavalley.com. Go there and buy tickets. This chamber is kicking butt in this fabulous Napa Valley.
All right.
This is Today in the Napa Valley, the Napa Chamber edition. See you next week.